right, you guys, I'm trying again. Please let me know if this works. 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 Is it working? Yeah. Is it working? Yeah. Hey. 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 You know what it was? It was taking on my filter. Okay. So peep this, you guys, before I get into barriers, because see, this is what I'm trying to be a barrier, but you know what? The queen is here, and the queen ain't gonna let this be a barrier. So what had happened was I was spending quality time with my family, and I hear this boom boom. Like, what is that? Go outside. My brand new umbrella fell. That's on my balcony. That's helped centering my whole oasis on my little balcony. My plants are knocked over. My little planters are, one is broke. My plants are just to the wind, you know. And this is my space. This is my quiet time. This is my, oh, I'm gardening. This is my feel good. Oh, I was so sad. But God is good. We're just gonna clean up the mess and we'll start fresh. Okay, so that could definitely be a barrier to my self-care, a barrier to my, you know, my daily routine, and, you know, doing the things that I enjoy doing, by saying, you know what, forget this, but we're gonna try again. I ain't gonna let no, and I don't even understand where the wind comes from. We're in August. It is now what, August 2nd, and wind, where did that come from? Where? I don't know. Just hating. Okay, so anyways, welcome everyone. Thank you for listening to my story. Yes, you know, we got to reframe. Okay, that's how we start knocking some barriers down, because some barriers ain't even a barrier. If you don't look at some things, if you don't even look at it as a barrier, it ain't a barrier. Okay, it's a, actually, I could just say this whole thing is destroyed, but it's not, because I'm just gonna make it better. Boom. Reframe. Affirm yourself. Okay, you can do it. You got this. So here we go. How you guys doing today? For those who are here live, thank you for visiting with me. Those who are hitting the replay button, thank you for pressing play. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some gems, because I'm definitely trying to fill up that treasure chest of yours, full of self-care, self-love, tools to get you through day in, day out, to help you follow your purpose. Okay? So I'm going to talk about barriers. Barriers, I want to define it. Defined as obstacle that prevents movement or access. Defined as obstacles that prevent movement or, I'm sorry, did I say obstacles? Access. Okay? Defined as obstacles that prevent movement or access. All right. I got another term for you. Purpose. Okay, we got two definitions: the reason which something is done or created, or for which something exists. The other one is have one's intention or objective. Okay, sometimes we use those two words interchangeably, but they're really not. You know, purpose and intention, they're not interchangeable. And I bring up purpose because I want to see you walk into your purpose. But sometimes we are so stuck on what we think is a barrier, we cannot move forward in our purpose. We cannot see the things that we are supposed to be doing. Hi, Robin. Thank you for joining. So I want you to think about this. I want you to walk into your purpose, not task. I want you to walk into your purpose, not just doing task. Purpose has nothing to do with checking off boxes. Purpose has nothing to do with just checking off boxes and doing tasks. Your purpose is what speaks to you, is what fulfills you, is what drives you. Sometimes it can be a struggle and a tangle, but you love it so much you come back to it. Yes, Dr. Alan Thomas. Yes. Rose-colored lenses, get some clarity, okay? So, once again, your purpose speaks to you. You may tangle with it, but it serves you. It fills you. It motivates you. It gets you up. Okay? It does not deplete you. Okay? And even when it's been a long, tangly moment with your purpose, you still find the energy to keep pushing. That's purpose. Okay? And sometimes we get caught into task. I'm just going to call it task. People call it all kinds of things. Barriers, whatever. And it derails us. It derails us from having our head up high, walking our path, walking our journey, being intentional. Okay? These intentions that we say, it needs to be action that goes back to our purpose. Back to our purpose. It has to feed that. Okay, once again, purpose. To have intention or objective, or the reason why something is done or created, for which something exists. Why do you exist? Why are you here? You're not here to check boxes. Not here to just make task lists, to-do lists. You're here to fulfill a purpose. You're here to give off your light, your love, your compassion, your gifts, your joy, all the good stuff that is within you, all the good stuff that God, the universe, puts inside of you, all the good stuff that there's nothing that no one can take that away from you. You're searching for it, but it's within you. It's within you. So, do not allow those barriers to distract you from your purpose. How do you know that you are walking in your purpose? Because you go back to it. It makes you smile. It makes you motivated. It makes you feel good. Okay? How do you know that you're doing a whole bunch of task type things, how you're running into barriers, or how you're allowing barriers to block you from your purpose? You lack intentionality. You allow fear and insecurities crush your confidence. Okay? You're not understanding your why, and you lack support and community. Okay? So I'm going to go through each of those. Excuse the plane. I am outside. Let that go past. But yes, I'm going to repeat that. Lack of intentionality, fear and insecurities are crushing your confidence. You're not understanding your why. And you're not connected with community and your support systems. Okay? So let's start with lack of intentionality. Sis, you're all over the place. You're all over the place. You don't know if you want to do this. You don't know if you're going to do that. You think you're going to do 10 things all at once. But you can't put 110% into what it is. All this, you're putting your mind over here, distracting you from what your real purpose was over there. It's kind of like squirrel. You have to set your intentions. This is why the tools of self-care is important. This is the reason why being mindful is important. Understanding who you are is important. Okay? Because if you're not setting your intentions, then you're waking up, well, whatever the day brings. And sometimes you need that. But when we're talking about purpose-driven people, people who want to walk their journey, you have to set your intention. The other issue is you're not making decisions towards your goals. You're easily distracted in several different directions. Like I said, the squirrel thing, right? And you are a jack of all trades, but a master of none. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Do everything, but you haven't mastered anything. Okay? Be wary of the person who is just all over the place. They have to set their mind up in their attention. Now, I can see if you're doing several things that's going back to your purpose. That makes sense. But I can't be a basketball player, a track star, a writer, a doctor, all at once. Maybe someone's out there, I don't know, but doubt it. Okay? And you don't practice mindfulness. You're not taking your time. You're not what we call smelling the roses. You're not taking time for yourself. You're just going through life speedy. And I shared my story before. I've been there, so I'm very aware. I've had someone tell me that I need to slow down. I've had a couple people tell me I need to slow down. And meditation is key. Being mindful of your decisions is key. Praying over your decisions is key. Waking up in the morning, setting your intentions is key. Doing a vision board so you can see what the vision is key. Being mindful what you're consuming, what you're eating, what you're seeing, what you're on your telephones, you know, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, all of these things, okay? These things are key to being mindful. This helps us not to be distracted into all of the craziness that already happens in our brain, and then all the craziness that's happening in our environment that we're consuming. Watch what you're consuming. Slow down. Be intentional who you're around. Be intentional what you allow feed you. Okay? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Can someone let me know if they're with me? Fears, insecurities, lacking confidence. Thank you, Sheena. Thank you. Fears, insecurities, lacking confidence. You heard a lot about that if you followed any of my lives from last month, and we talked about mindset. Thank you so much, Sans. And you're going to continue to hear that because everything goes back to mindset. Everything goes back to mindset. Everything goes back to how you face your fears. Everything goes back to your insecurities and your confidence that you bring out. If you do not have the confidence, you won't have the success. If you're always doubting yourself, if you're always the one, I don't have what it takes, I don't know if I could do that. Let me tell you something. Men, especially white men, have a higher percentage of applying for jobs and don't even have the qualifications fully for them. But a black woman would have to make sure they had 99.9% of the oh, hi, how are you? 99.9% of the qualifications, instead of just going off on faith, or, you know, going for it anyway, saying that you can do it instead, or you can learn to do it, having the growth mentality, as my good friend Kim would say. Okay, so you can't go around with a defeatist attitude. Watch your tongue. Watch how you speak to yourself. Are you a friend of yours? Can I get a queen emoji if you are a friend of yours? I'ma wait too. I'ma wait. Are you a friend of yours? Can I get a queen emoji? I am. Yes. So I got one person who is a friend of theirs. Yes, thank you. So this is important to understand. The way that we treat ourselves is how we allow other people to treat. So what we think about ourselves is what people are going to think of us. So if we think that, oh, but I can't do it. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. Well, other people will be like, well, I'm not going to go to her because according to her, she can't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Very good. Very good. And if you are learning to be, that is amazing. Thank you for being honest, and thank you for being vulnerable. Please spend time with yourself, get to know yourself, treat yourself with respect, because you will make sure you demand that from others. And when we don't do that, which I'm not speaking from nothing I have not been through, I know what it's not cool when I have not been a good friend to me, because I've allowed other people to treat me like dirt. Okay? And that goes to our insecurities and our lack of confidence and our fear. Or what? Our fear they're not going to be around. Our fear that you can't do this, or you can't go to school. Let me take it back. Hold on. In college, everybody was we're all about to graduate. Everybody's doing their masters and all of, applying for their masters. I was the one. I was that one. I didn't know who I was. I was not a friend of mine, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was like, I'm barely making it now. What I look like I'm about to do, be a master's for what? I don't think I could do that. Who's gonna accept me? Okay, but I had to go through life, and I had to go through experiences and become confident and become that friend of mine. Okay, my best friend. I had to be my best friend first to make everything else around me go well. And once that happened, things started aligning, and I could see myself. And now I have a master's degree. I could see, you know what I mean? Because I then set my attentions toward that, to higher heights than what I was doing. I knew I had to do something different. I didn't know how. I didn't know what, Yes, I was like that too. I just did not tell anyone. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that for sure. For sure. Oh, I was a whiny one, okay? I was the whiny friend, unfortunately. Calling folks whining. Didn't nobody want to hear that? If you think your outside friends want to hear that, they don't want to hear that. So it's okay to love you. You're worthy. You're enough. God has put everything you need, you have. He's given you the tools. He has given you the tools, and he continues to give you the tools. Okay? I was the drama queen. I feel you. Okay, so let me continue on. So that also goes into my spill about negative talk, right? And usually the person that we beat up on is ourselves. So that's the first negative talk. We first beat up on ourselves, and then we start beating up on other people, because we think we've got so much into negative talk and getting all wrapped up in here, and not able to bring the positivity that we actually have, okay, and that we deserve for ourselves and that others deserve from us, okay? So what you give yourself is what you're going to put back out. And don't be afraid to walk out into your comfort zone. Walk out, do something different, challenge yourself. Don't be afraid of failure. No fear here. You're always going to hear me say that. No fear here. Challenge yourself. That's a part of growth. Okay? And that was very hard for me to learn for a long time. It's okay to have a challenge, and it's okay to fall flat on your face and try again, because it's going to happen. Because that's success. All right? You're also probably lacking affirmations. and lacking visualization on where you want to be. So that's where, again, I tell you to spend time with yourself, do a vision board, journal, go experience the world, take pictures, figure out different things that you love, that you like, so you can get to know who you are. Meditate, okay? Remind yourself how amazing you are, how worthy you are. Look into that mirror, and sometimes you can do that in your mind. It was so nice this morning. I did a little yoga, and the instructor pretty much asked us to put up a mental mirror, and it was beautiful. And you can also do that physically. Get into your mirror, write on your mirror your affirmations, repeat them 5 times. Okay, you deserve that. Walk around your house. You know what, my niece today too gave me a little self-care tip, and she said, I just walk around my house and I just start talking about I start affirming myself. And she says, especially when there's things that you don't want to do. Cooking. It's not that I hate cooking. I love to cook, but I gotta be in a space to cook, right? But, okay, so if you ain't cooking, you're eating out. This ain't the time to be eating out. So, and you need quality food. We need to consume things that are healthy, especially right now, to keep us safe. So walk around. Say, I am worthy of a quality home cooked meal. I am worthy to have a nice dinner at my dinner table. I am worthy to have joy. Very good. Oh, I love cooking. It brings me joy. Good. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So that's my tip there. The other issue is that you're not understanding your why. You haven't defined what you wanted. You don't know what you want because you haven't defined it at all. You're just going, oh, they got that? I want that. They got that? I want that. Oh, this magazine looks cool. I want that. You haven't really sat there and defined exactly what you want. So once again, that comes from spending time with yourself and learning yourself and loving on yourself. Okay. You may be living someone else's life. You may have trying to water someone else's grass because you think it's so green when you need to be watering your grass. You may be trying to keep up with the Joneses, but you need to be keeping up with the Drummonds and the Allen Thomases and the Loves and the who you are and what you and yours. Love yours. Okay. You lack journaling. You lack self-care, self-love, and you're not spending enough time with yourself. Okay. So this is why you're not understanding what your why is. Sometimes we get scared to even dig deep, to understand that our why may come from our pain, may come from our more traumatic experiences. It may not all be sunshines and rainbows. It may come from a very dark place, but we turn that dark place to our rainbow. We are not what they say survivors. We are thrivers. Okay. I assume that everyone has a traumatic experience, has dealt with loss, grief, some type of traumatic experience. 'Cause I just believe that we've all had something that has hurt us, okay? And this is why God puts that good stuff in us, because He wants us to use our pain and turn it into purpose, turn it into drive, motivation. Slacking on yourself, and that's how you end up with more fear and lack of confidence. Absolutely, absolutely. You nailed it. Do not be afraid of that, okay? So find your why. My why is, like I shared earlier, I've lost, okay, a lot through mental health, stress, substance use, and I do not want that for myself, and I do not want that for my family. I want, I'm a new mom, a new wife, all that stuff. I always say that. But even if I was just single, I don't want that for myself. I've seen enough family. I've seen enough people put self-care on the back burner because they were on the grind, or what is perceived the grind, but they're not really taking care of themselves, coping negatively with life and life experiences. Okay, so this is why I do what I do, because in our community we need to be coping better. We need to make sure we're coping positively. We need to make sure that we are not putting self-care on the back burner. It is not something that is just, oh, I'll get to it. You may mess around and it be too late. Stress is the number one silent killer. Okay, your stress leads you to heart attacks, strokes, anything else, diabetes. Okay, stress messes up with your mental, it messes up with your physical care, your spirit, okay, your mood, all of that. So if we learn how to reduce the stress, okay, then we are able to increase our joy, increase our happiness, our love, our compassion, our purpose, our mission here with our families, with our loved ones, our personal goals. Okay, but we got to make sure that we are coping. We got to make sure that we are loving on ourselves and that we're taking care of ourselves. And sometimes that is making very hard decisions. It's not a thing where self-care, as you probably heard me on podcasts here in many different spaces, I will continue to say it. Yes, girl, go get your nails done. Go on, get on the plane and go to your nearest beach. Do that. That is definitely healthy things that you can do, but that's not all. We want to dig deeper. We cannot be superficial. Okay? Be willing to dig a little deeper. And that's what I'm just asking for my ladies to do. And I'm just asking, queens, I'm just asking for you to learn it for yourself and teach someone else. Okay, as you move forward in your journey, teach someone else, even if it's just a small thing. And lastly, support and community. Okay, you may have lack of support and community. Sometimes when we're not feeling our best, when we're not doing our best, when we are not confident, we begin to isolate. Does anybody ever isolate, or just like, I'm not gonna pick up the phone, or whatever, don't want to be around family, don't want to connect with friends, support systems, even sometimes like these groups like our group, some of us know each other, a lot of us don't, but we're a support group, right? So we're always trying to motivate and encourage each other. We get encouragement from our participants in the group. We get encouragement from each other. I hope you're getting encouragement from me. And sometimes what we do is, instead of reaching out and just saying, yeah, not feeling my best, I need support, I need help, we isolate because we don't know how to ask for help. And I think it's important to first, if you're in that stage, first see what kind of help do you need. What help do you need? Define the help. Sometimes we go to people and we're just, sometimes we're just caught up in a lot of stuff, and that's understandable. But people don't know how to help because you haven't defined exactly what you need. Like for me, you got to tell me exactly what you need. Otherwise, I may just not understand exactly what you need in the moment. I need you to say, I need $5 right now. You know, there's a lot going on. What if you can help me? The way you can help me is $5. I get, you know, I can understand that. But sometimes when you throw out a lot of stuff to people, they feel overwhelmed, and then they're not sure how to help. You know what I mean? Yes. Sometimes, yes, we are exhausted, so we would just want to get away, and you have that right, and you have that right to do that. But there's that balance. There's that balance where you want to make sure you're not isolating too much, because then your depression and all of that stuff, even just on finding your purpose, or setting your goals, or going back to school, starting a business, becoming a new mom, becoming a caregiver, whatever different things are happening in your life. Sometimes we'll just be like, oh, I got it, but we don't have it. We're overwhelmed. Ask for help. Reach out to resources. Yes, you can read stuff on your own. You could Google it, probably anything and everything. I Googled a lot. Maybe you could Google too. But sometimes when I hear it from my good girlfriends, or when I hear it from my family members with wisdom, it's just more helpful. It's getting dark, y'all. It's just more helpful, and that way you can be encouraged. Okay, so be careful with the isolation. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Now listen here, I appreciate you guys coming out with me, dealing with my technical difficulties today. I for some reason kept coming. I couldn't hear me, but I'm happy that we made it. I thank you guys for your support. I hope you guys have a great week. Come on over if you have some time. I'm going to be in the calm room. If you got questions or anything you want to meditate on, or just talk about, come on over to the calm room. I'll be there. You guys have a great evening. You have a wonderful week. All right.